GBI say that the majority of deadly police officer-involved shootings or deaths in the past year and a half have involved suspects on drugs. Of the 61 people killed since the beginning of 2017, 40 have tested positive for drugs. And here are the big takeaways of what we have learned. The most prevalent drug was THC, the active ingredient in marijuana. 16 tested positive for that, 14 tested positive for meth. 7 were on opioids, and the rest were using depression or antipsychotic meds. There were also instances where people were on over-the-counter treatments for allergies or pain or anxiety. The GBI says it points to a growing problem of violent confrontations with drug users.
It involves persons that are using drugs, many of them methamphetamine. In many of these cases, the person involved is suffering from mental illness.
To fight this trend, our state is now increasing its funding for substance abuse and mental health problems as well.